This
I
conference will now be recorded.
am having 13 year of experience in SAP modules, including CRM, then sales, service, marketing, TPM. Now, last 5 year I am working in SAP BRIM practice, right? So in BRIM practice, I am working in a SOM subscription order management, and as well as from convergent invoicing. Then after convergent invoicing, FICA, and then RAR also. So nowadays I have been, taking assignment from the RAR. So it's overall kind of solution architect kind of role I am playing from initial SOM order to BRIM design, BRIM architecture design, from SOM to till RAR. Because in BRIM, the one of the advantage of having BRIM in S4 is that you will have that RAR. So RAR is the very hot cake in the market because of this it's a unique features. So earlier there was SD, right? In ECC system, SD RAR was there. Now it is moved to, we have been, SAP has moved from SD RAR to to this one, S4 HANA RAR. Now this is the journey, right? So that is how now you can see this is the now currently upgrades. SAP has upgraded this SAP SD or revenue recognition to upgraded to SAP S4 HANA RAR module, and BRIM is tightly integrated with RAR, and that is where it is very become a very hot cake on the market. That customers who are migrating from SAP are upgrading to S4 HANA. They are going with this S4 HANA RAR module. Uh, so that will involve from revenue, rev rec, right? Rev rec to reporting everything, right? And after in the market, you do that, all your transactions, all your subscription, all your consumption based, transaction. But ultimately, for the end company, right, and service provider, they're supposed to be go through their area, the revenue recognitions, revenue posting. So that is very important, where you will have a keep track of your revenue through the RAR. And it's a very integrated module, and because of this integrated module, there are lot of leakage has been stopped because of this RAR. Okay, so
Okay,
this is the
so
journey, and yeah, yeah.
yeah, so
Okay, go ahead.
basically, yeah, so now in S4HANA, we have a separate component, right, for RAR?
Yes, yes. So let me tell you, I think, have you heard about BRIM somewhere? Are you
Yes,
aware
I
of the
have
BRIM?
heard. Yes, I
Yeah.
have
So
heard it,
BRIM,
but
yeah. So as per box, now the RAR is separately another box within the S4, and why like SAP is selling this RAR to that BRIM along with the BRIM. If anybody customers is going with BRIM, right, then they are giving a native integrations of this BRIM to SOM subscription order management, to CI, to FICA, to RAR integrations, and they are selling this as a package, CC, SOM, CI, RAR. Okay,
okay.
that is the one of the best selling point of industry. This RAR is there, and I let me share my slide also. Okay, so uh, this one, I prepared this slide for as per my experience, the way I am working in the industry. Okay, and I think I mean I can go with this one also, right? That's not an issue, because
Yeah, not
just to
a,
explain you more.
yeah,
Okay,
fine, fine.
okay. So now you can see in this scene, right, over these topics, right, in that what we will be covering, overview of the area, then transfer of data from BRIM to area. Now you can see you are selling your product, you are selling your services, right? Now after selling your services, you are generating the billable item, bids, everything. Now you are doing the billing and invoicing, you are doing the then after what happened, you are getting a revenue, right? The revenue or amount. So how you recognize the revenue, right? That is where in the revenue posting, revenue recognition, that is the last module is comes RAR module. That is where it's a more centric to service provider, not from centric to customers, because you know customer side, the SWAM module will come and play very role, because customer interact with, let's say talk about the SD, right? So SD side is like first SD module, what they will do, they do the order delivery something, but after delivering the order, they are getting some revenue, right? So how the revenue recognition, revenue posting, that is where more important from service provider, right? So to recognition the revenue, the keep track of the revenue, that is where this RAR module come in the picture. So that is nowadays it is very hot cake in the market. How that no every company wants, if they are in OTC process, right? Order to cash process everywhere. Earlier there are a lot of reporting tools also, a lot of reporting RAR RevRec tools in the market. But because of is RAR able to integrate it SD, or sorry, S4 boxes tightly, so people are going with this RAR with S4 system, because they are getting everything, as they can integrate it with RAR to SD OTC process, or they can integrate it this RAR with to subscription BRIM process also, right? So these are the topics and RAR mainly, like overview the RAR, then transfer of data from BRIM to RAR, right? Now in the case of ECC, it was the case of like transfer of data from SD to RAR, right? Creation of the RAR contract. Now in the RAR also, you create a transaction, like in the SD, you create a subscription order, right, or subscription contract, right? Similarly in the BRIM, we create a contract. Contract means legal binding document through which you are providing a service to your customers, right? Now in the contract, you have your all your pricing plan, your charge plan, your subscription plan, that but in the same thing, when to how to recognize your revenue to RAR, you will transfer of this BRIM data to RAR, and when RAR goes, it will create again RAR contract respective to BRIM contract, right? You will cover this in next slide, you will get to know is more very. Then determine of the POBs, performance obligations for every transactions, it will determine a POB, then determination of the transaction price, and fulfillment type, then finally revenue right? You can see when the revenue recognition is going on, then you are posting the revenue posting, transfer the revenue posting. So these are the main points, that is covering in the that will cover in the RAR, right? Now, if this coming slide, why the RAR so important? Now let me make it. Let me know if you are able to read these important topics, right? Now let me make it. Okay, are you able to see this word, right?
Yes, I can see.
Yeah. So what is RAR? No, RAR stand for Revenue Accounting Reporting, and that is SAP help to companies implement new and existing regulations and revenue recognitions, right? All the contract system must be sent to RAR. That's what I tell you, right? Because we feed the data, that your transactional data, right? That okay, legal and contract data to RAR system, and then that BIM contract data will be in process and must be processed using RAR. When you process the document, the data to RAR, then those would be process, means you are recognizing their revenue. Then that will be called the process data in the RAR system. Now what is the process? First, same thing, transfer data to BRIM to RAR. Then you identify the performance obligation. That will do first step. Through the first step, you transfer all your transaction data from upstream system. Upstream system would be your, in the BRIM case, it would be a subscription order management. In the SD case, it would be or traditionally old ECC what it was SD, right? SD. So SD will transfer data to RAR, BRIM will transfer data to RAR. Then you create a revenue accounting contract. Then you complete revenue posting and some more. Whenever a new provider contract is created, all information will need to be transferred to RAR. So basically, what is the concept? Why we transfer the data? Because the contract will have all your transaction data. Like this is the price for how much, let's say you take example of Geo customers, right? So Geo customers, you are the customers, but service provider is Geo, right? You have taken a plan for your Geo plan, postpaid plan, that over 1,000 monthly plan. You have taken 1,000 rupees plan is there, some subscription recurring plan is there, and out of that what you are getting unlimited data plan, right? Now in 1,000 plans, you are providing service, no issue. You are also paying, you bill and invoicing is done to Geo to customer, right? You are also getting services.
Yeah.
But ultimately end of the month, right, what is happening? Ultimately the payment is also done, billing is also done, service is also getting, but Geo need to get to know that, okay, how much revenue I am getting from this account, right? This is your contract, right? Then how to recognize that revenue, or to identify the revenue? Okay, what he will do? first of all, RAR system will need all this data, right? Our transactional data. That, okay, what was your contract duration? What was your contract, subscription plan type? Is a recurring plan type? What was in 1,000 rupees per month? Those data you feed in the RAR. Then based on that, RAR will process, it's kind of source data, right? Because RAR doesn't interact directly with customers, right? Upstream system interact with customers. So the upstream system will feed a, data to RAR. Then RAR will create it to the rest of the RAR process will be started in RAR system. Now in the next slide you will get, now you will see this is the, very this is the transfer relevant item from BRIM to RAR. Contract data, I told you, right? Then make it to RAR contract. Same thing in BRIM system, we call them a BRIM contract or subscription contract, but RAR system we will call them a RAR contract. Now a POB, performance identification of the POB. Once you transfer this BRIM data to subscription data to RAR contract, POB is again, is kind of, it's kind of document is created in BRIM in within the RAR contract for every line item. Is a promise to delay or service customer under contract is POB included contract will need to be identified. So this is the document type in RAR will be created for that RAR contract. Now out of that POB, once POB is created, we will cover. I have taken the screenshot everything. You will get to know that how the POB, how does the POB looks like, how does the RAR contract looks like. Then out of that this POB, now they are determining the transactional price. That's what I'm telling you, right? That you do your billing invoice, service is getting, but identify the revenue, you need some amount, transactional amount, right? Transactional data, right? On top of that, you did that RAR revenue RevRec or revenue posting will happen now. Now you identify that transactional price. Now what is happening? Once the POB identified, revenue accounting contract can be created and hold this all relevant accounting detail also. Now in the fifth step, when accounting document is created, then revenue will be recognized. Now that is where revenue will be recognized, and then posting of the revenue will happen. Now if you go, let me go to screen. These are the scenarios. Just understand how the what should I know about performance of obligations, right? A performance obligation is promised to deliver a distinct, a service to a contract, right? May have more than or several obligations. Let's say a contract is there, but in the within the contract you have multiple, services, right? You said that okay, free voice call is there. Then you said your free GB data is there, right? So for all those within the contract line item, for every line item, one of the POB will be created within. So for it will be one-to-one mapping. One BRIM contract will create a one RAR contract. Within the BRIM contract, whatever the line item is there, for that one all performance obligation will be created. So that during when the revenue accounting document is created, it will be show that every line item of the BRIM contract will be shown as a separate line item is there. Now you see contract entered customer, their contract term is there. Data sold 15,000 monthly, right? Delivered sold about 1,000. Now there are two kind of services, right? Just see within one contract, two sub item is there. One is monthly data is now and delivery. This is the delivery charges, right? Then for those one they are two POP. When this data, right, this contract is transferred to RAR. For this contract, one BRIM one RAR contract will be created, but within that RAR contract he will have two POBs. Two POBs. For one POB for with 15,000 USD, another POB for 1,000 USD dollar. Then when the RAR revenue accounting document created, so it will be recognized the revenue on top of this POBs, right? You will come this topic also, now these are the I have explained what are the the language term is. You don't worry, as of now you won't understand that much over top of this in this language, but going forward now you can see this is how you transfer the data to RAR. So SAP is given, let's say SAP is given these are the BRIM Fury tiles over there. This is the transfer revenue accounting Fury tile. Then these are the you create a run ID over there. Then you create a date, everything. You create a job ID. Then then what happen? It will transfer your BRIM RAR BRIM contract to RAR contract. Now you can see create your revenue accounting document. This is a process end to end. And you click on it's a kind of you create a one job run, or then you put your this header ID and click on save and trigger it. It will transfer your BRIM contract to RAR contract. Now this second screenshot, now you can see this again, you know, these are the SAP Fiori screen they have given it. Once you do this one, convert RAR to processable status. You just need to, these are the, you know, manage revenue accounting Fiori tiles, enter the header ID, which the header ID last time we has given. Then you put it there, then you trigger, when you put it all the selection based on the header ID, when you execute on this one, the next screen what you will see, now you see this one, right? It's a, this item, when this item is processed, right, it will show you the process. Click on the process, then it will show this in item status process also. Processable status is there. So I try to capture all this screenshot, right? And now you can see once it's processed, main item class is process, condition item class is process. That is how it is. When it's processed, it will show process. If any error is there, let's say any upstream system, any mandatory parameter it is not getting, it will show an error over there. Okay. Now, you know, manage accounting item, like these are the, you know, accounting item like header ID. These different status is there, item status, process, unprocessed, raw, those status would be come over here is there. All the will be visible ones are right, and POBs, right? Over here for this brim, this is the contract ID. If the two POBs is there, you can see the POB button is there, right? 1366550, right? So for this, the for one upstream beam contract, this RAR contract is 1002834 is created, and it has only one POB. But let's say for this contract it have two POB, then there would be two line item. Same contract, but it having two different POBs would be there. Okay. Now second, validating the revenue schedule is there. Now this is the main item. How you, so this is, you know, these are the, you know, main Fiori, main transactions in actual end user, how to process this, you know, BRIM contract RAR from upstream downstream. That is the, all this screenshot is telling about. Manage revenue contract, how you are managing the revenue contract over this. Again, Fiori tile is there. Then, you know, this contract, you go next screen, then, you know, remember to verify the performance obligations. Then click, when you click on that, now you see this is how it is coming, time based, right? Now it is coming, this is the contractual price, this is the contractual price, you know, $500,000 is there. Quantity based fulfillment progress 100%. Now you are getting, right, this is the amount allocated, this out of this is the amount allocated. So, you know, these are the transactional data, right? Transactional price, recognition of transactional price, that is happening. POBs is created. Now you can see this is a transactional price. What are the, you know, contractual price? It means that, let's say, just now I told you $1,000, right? So after 12 months, let's say you have 1 year contract, per month 1,000 is there. Then for 12-month period, it will come 12,000. Out of the 12,000, you got, you know, you process means you got, you know, it's a 2 month, you already got a customer already paid, right? Then out of the 12,000, you know, 2,000 would be processed, right? Revenue recognition happen for 2,000. Rest of the, you know, 10,000 would be, you know, would be yet to be recognized revenue. So, you know, customer Geo company, now, you know, Geo company, what it will say that, okay, this contract, how this contract, if this contract is valid for 1 year, I would be getting revenue for 12,000. For in this case, I would be getting revenue for 5174, you know, 5174.77 USD. Now, in out of 51 USD till now, till today, like January, February, or let's say till August. August means 8 months. Out of 8 months, how much revenue I have already got it? So out of 8 months, I got 8,000, right? Let's say in our Geo case, then recognized revenue would be 8,000. Okay, and recognized revenue would be 4,000, right? That is how the companies will do their revenue projections, right? Guys, you are with me, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see this is the you can see in this screen also. Let me make it, you know, make it larger, then you will get it. I think how do I? Now you see, now you should be getting, right? These are the, no, this is the one contract is there. Now out of this one contract, these are the POBs, right? So POBs means, you know, different services. Of the services, you know, you are getting like, you know, revenue fulfillment for this revenue. how much revenue fulfillment has done. Revenue fulfillment means, let's say you have 12 months is there. Out of 12 months, only 2 month revenue recognition has been done. It means then out of 12 months, it's a 20% is done, or let's say 25% is done. That is how system will keep telling you that, okay, we have done for this contract, for this POB, how much revenue fulfillment we have done it there. Now you can see the amount, how much amount allocated amount. Now out of this allocated amount, how much revenue we have recognized for this one. And now open revenue, what are the open revenue that are yet to be recognized, right? So that is how RAR is becoming hot cake, because it's more productive or more revenue leakage or revenue proof system as for system for service provider, because and you and customer, there are a lot of in SFDC also selling their product for as for end users, right? But companies want, like and SD, all this SD project or ECC have the big bank companies, like $1 million companies, right? So for those companies, they want to stop the revenue leakage, right? And they want to be have the real time update of the revenue, that okay guys, I'm providing these services, I'm providing these orders, but ultimately out of this order, out of this each every customer granularity level, how much revenue I am getting, right? That is how they will keep a track, and that is how they will sustain in the market, because every services will have the they have their competitor also, right? So they will make the strategy much better, that okay, if for the top of this product, for the top of this contract and POB nothing but services, I am not getting much revenue. Then they will strategy, they will change their strategy. Whether they will give a more discount, they will ask your companies will decide that okay guys, this is not performing well, we are not getting much revenue, or we want to discontinue these services, or we want to more promote these services. Okay, so that is the main advantage why the RAR becoming a hot cake in the market is there. Okay, now there are a lot of processes there. The how you should do the revenue schedule is there, these are the screenshot of but ultimately thumb rule is there, how the companies are getting providing services. On top of the services, they are getting a revenue. Then to recognize their revenue, that's a contract may, because the companies have long term contracts also. Let's say some customer have long term, 4-year contract, 5-year contract. Now in the 4-year, 5-year contract, based on this payment plan, based on this subscription plan, companies will project their revenue, that okay, if this out of this this contract, this services, I am expected to project this revenue, because every year you must have heard that whenever the Geo bring out their monthly projects, their quarterly this performance, right? They will project, they will always show you that okay, next quarter we are projected to get revenue of this $20. So somewhere before, I used to think that how they get to project this revenue, right? They will get to project a revenue because of this RAR. Earlier it was SDRAR, but now in the BRIM model is the BRIM RAR. As for RAR module is there. Hello.
Yeah, Prince.
Hello. Yeah, so in that one we will be covering these are the because I have covered there are a lot of processes there, from revenue posting, revenue scheduling. Then out of revenue scheduling, right now you can see also over here 30% revenue fulfillment is there. Now fiscal year is there, allocated amount is there, out of allocated amount, and now you can see $1,000 I supposed to get it, but out of I already recognize revenue, $300 I already recognize revenue, right? Now companies will project that okay, we will yet to get 700 USD for next quarter. We are expected to get the revenue. So they keep have their updated revenue track, so they can make your investment plan ready for next quarter, next future also. Okay, so that is the how this RAR model will play a big picture in all the S4 upgrade. And now every company is going for S4, right? They are going for this RAR. Most of them, as my experience, it's becoming a very hot cake in the market. RAR module with all this, the S4 or ECC upgrades, right? So all these slides, we will covering, we will be covering down the line how you are each and every slide we will covering in the detail, how you do all this process. And BRIM itself, RAR module itself, a very big module is there. Okay, but thumb rule is there. RAR module just to nowadays to recognize the revenue and reporting the revenue. It's a more important from to service provider company, not from end user perspective. Okay, that is the again, then ultimately this when you do this RAR, it posted the revenue to GL posting, right? Because companies have their GL account is there, right? Because let's say open how much the open for every customer, they projected that okay for this fiscal year total revenue or total GL posting supposed to happen for $1 billion. Out of $1 billion, how much they have revenue they got it and they have posted the revenue, right? So they can maintain their account, they can balance it, try to update it that okay, we going on the track or we are lagging in the revenue or we are going in the minus or we are going into plus, right? Profitable or non-profitable, where we are lagging on that one. So that is how this revenue posting, this again a job is there, it will keep posting the revenue. You can see it is posting the revenue $500. Now if we got all the revenue, it is posted all this revenue to GL account. It means that for this customer now we are not every revenue we have recognized, we have posted the revenue. So this posting is closed for this customer, right? It's a kind of bank account, right? You are the banker and your transactions, right? Now somebody you have buy some amount from the banker, now you have taken that that you have deposit that amount to the bank account. Now bank has to supposed to close that your all this open document in front top of your transactions, right? That is called the revenue posting, or posting run is there. Okay, so that is the all about the RAR module. We would be covering S4 HANA RAR module going forward. That is more related. That is more related to your SOM, the BRIM module. Okay, I would be because I having the BRIM background, so the upstream example I will be taking from the BRIM module. So I think Naveen, that's all about you for today's session. Or you want to continue something more? Hello.
Yeah, so Mahesh,
The
so
same thing, right? In
exactly,
this slide, right?
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Good. Good. No
No,
worry.
no,
No.
yeah, just
So
you
I was
complete
just
it.
telling, yeah, this slide, right? Same thing. Identify the customer, then POBs, then determine transaction price, allocate transaction price to separate POB in contract, the revenue recognition, then posting of revenue posting. So same thing we covered in the separate document, right? Then same thing. One contract is there, item one, two. Then for every item, one POB one, POB two will be created in RAR revenue accounting document, right? So same concept we cover, right, for every services, right? Then this example is there, one geo pack is there. In geo pack you have different services is there, right? So same, so all these topics, we would be, that's a part of all the RER part, right? Now I think this is also this covering this module I will be covering from this order contract, BRIM contract, then RAR. But this one also, this route is also coming. As I told is a S4 system. So in S4 system, we can cover this route is tightly integrated. First route SD to RAR integration is tightly integrated. Native integration, SAP service to RAR native integration is there. Order to SAP BRIM, that is again native integration. And plus point is there, some of the companies are going that okay, they don't have upstream BRIM system. They directly have non SAP BRIM system. In those cases also, they can create RAR. They can have RAR also. So that is also in RAR is coming everywhere. Okay, that is the advantage of the RAR in SAP, non SAP, what they can use for their revenue recognition. Okay, so that is I think all about this RAR module for today's one. Yeah, Naveen, go ahead. You want to say something, right? Hello.
Yeah, Mahesh, so can you hear
Yeah.
me? Yeah. So
Yeah, I can
just
hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, so basically now I understood that this module can be integrated with SD, still with SD on S4HANA or only with BRIM.
Yeah. No. See, like I just tell you, as the RAR module can be seen as per boxes, right? Within the S4 boxes, we have SD also, native or existing SD also is there. Now in the SD
Yes.
also, you have the native integrations with RAR, right? On simple, you need to make some configurations and some mapping from BRIM to RAR native configurations is also there, right? then you can have the SAP service, that is also, service module is there, right? Our SAP service module is there. That is, I can move it to our upgraded S4 system, right? S4 HANA system. So that is
Yes.
also SAP service to HANA integration is there. So it's RAR is the end system, right? End user system. So that is where nowadays SAP also provided that, okay, if you want to have non-SAP system, for that one also it is provided tightly native integrations to non-SAP system to bring this RAR module. So it can integrate it with SAP as well as non-SAP system.
For non-SAP again, is it through CPI kind of it, or else how it
Yeah,
can
yeah,
be?
middleware. Yeah, yeah. So let me tell you, in non-SAP, one of the requirement we got it, one of the customer came, he said that, okay, I am doing my billing in they have their billing engine, right? They have their, OTC process. They are doing their OTC process, one of with SAP system, SFDC system. Now they are saying that, okay, we have, we are doing the billing invoice also in our system. So what they said that, okay, we want a RAR, bring this S4 HANA RAR system. In that case, what we tell them, okay, you can have your middleware, any middleware, CPI middleware, or any other, CM is there, or any other middleware, they can use it. But then you need to, the first step, what was the RAR is there. You need to transfer your upstream data to RARC data to create a RAR contract, right? In top of that
Yes.
RAR contract, you will create a POBs, right? That is where our RAR journey starts. So to create a RAR contract and POBs, they need to feed the data. They do in RAR boxes, right? That is where we need to do the mapping, right? To the middleware, we need to choose a right middleware, whether it's a CPI, whether it's, there are a lot of other middleware is also there. Process orchestration is also, PO is also is there, other middleware is there, or some if they are using some Excel uploading middleware is also there, that they directly, they put Excel, and from their Excel they are getting all this, the transactional data, and we through the Excel, we are through the AL11, they are putting that Excel data to the directory. From the directory, we are taking the data to bring RAR, and also that is that is kind of integration points, and SAP RAR they have given their the integrated points also, that where you can do the integration point. The SAP bodies is the RAR bodies is also is there.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. So whatever it is, so but once it is integrated, the data can be transferred, and based on it, the contracts will get created, right? So
Yes,
this
yes,
is how RAR process will start from RAR module. Yeah. So here,
exactly, exactly.
yeah. So BRIM, it is like where it can be integrated as it is in S4 HANA. So is S4 is BRIM within S4 HANA ECC box, or else is it a separate box?
It is an
BRIM
S4 box. See,
S4
nowadays,
box only.
yeah, yeah. Nowadays, I will tell you. So, Brim, nothing but, Brim has taken, all the CRM, because earlier CRM was separate modules, right? So, in the
Okay, okay,
CRM
okay.
boxes, okay, most of the CRM capabilities, Brim has taken, as a Brim has taken S4 boxes, because now earlier pain point what was is there, you for front end, you used to have Brim system, the CRM boxes, right? So, and then you have middleware, right? So it was very
Yes,
pain
yes.
point that middleware everything. So SAP has gone away slightly, and they are saying that in the top of the brim you have your on in the within S4 boxes there is no middleware concept. Everything within the S4, SD in the S4, RR in the S4, CI is the S4, service in S4 is there. So you can do your within the S4 you can do integration. No other kind of non SAP non S4 boxes is there.
Okay, okay, got it. Yeah. So before it was a separate system altogether,
Yes, yes,
CRM system, because
yes, yes,
we were doing it through middleware to transferring
yes,
ACC to CRM. So okay, so
exactly.
BRIM. Okay, so the service contracts will get created in the BRIM, in which is a CRM, and from there the data will be transferred here to RAR, right? So that is
Exactly. Now the advantage of BRIM is that as your content also shall be creating in a S4 boxes, right? Then you are transferring the
yes,
boxes to BRIM directly. So it's a
yes.
compatibility or integration is more compatible other than to earlier architecture is there.
Yeah, yeah. So database also within S4HANA,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we'll not be having
yeah.
issue.
So, and people don't want to buy multiple system. If you talk about any end customers, right? They don't want to buy for CRM boxes and print. They say that, okay, guys, if I am buying S4 boxes, I need my OTC process from, whether I go from SD process to RAR, or I go from Brim to RAR. But everything should be in S4 boxes. Okay, that is how the customer is nowadays demanding.
Okay. And one is BRIM and another one is FICA, right? So these are the where actual models
So
where RAR is getting the data most of the time.
So most of the time nowadays, since I am working the BRIM, in the we are going through the BRIM has the 4 and 5 module. One is the SOM, subscription order management. Then we have the where you do the order creation, contract creation. Then CI conversion invoice, you do the billing invoicing. Then you have CC, you can do the charging and rating in the CC consumption related charging rate in CC system. Then in the FICA you do the payment, posting, dunning, you do the FICA, and then in the RAR, it's a 5 module. RAR you do a revenue recognition, revenue posting for that for that contract. So actually as a BRIM package you have 5 modules. But
Okay.
out of this 5 module, CC is the non SAP boxes is there. That is the Java based boxes. But SAP give if you buy a BRIM, then SAP gives the native integration of that Java boxes also.
Okay. So what is the
Okay.
prerequisite knowledge should have so to start RAR? So what
So
do you say like
RAR, no, I think so.
is
RAR, if you have any SD knowledge, if you have any S4 box knowledge is there, that would be good sufficient. So
okay,
RAR, yeah, if you have the SAP background, that would be very easy to get to understand this terminology or architecture diagram quickly. But even non-SAP background also can also get it, because it's a very pretty, see, everyday kind of the best part is that it is covering your OTC process, order to cash process, right? That is nowadays we are having, whether you are going to Netflix, you are going to any order, sales order, Flipkart or anything, everything the same model. You can relate that. Ultimately that RAR module is there. It's more from service provider, that how they are recognizing their revenue, right? Projection of revenue posting, right? That is how this RAR come in the picture.
okay. So this is like see basically just I know. So is it like a specific to IFRS 15 or else a revenue accounting recognition is a uh, uh, is it a different thing? Uh, I thought that it is only for a IFRS 15 accounting standard. Is it the same or else we business can use it in a different way as well? This one, revenue
Yeah,
recognition.
you see, revenue recurrence it can use in different way also. It's a complete boxes, for IFR 150, as well as it will present you lot of variations in RAR. It's a complete boxes, even the reporting, everything you can do in over the RAR boxes is there.
Okay, and so these are the contracts like only for the upfront payment contracts, or else like a let's say like
Yeah,
now one
upfront,
contract.
upfront, one time, recurring, consumption based, all kind of scenarios RAR handle.
Okay, so it is if it is upfront, then it is like a accrual kind of it, where we will be doing into different GL postings, right? So generally, because even we do the same for the leasings, this is for property leasings. So let's say like if you receive a payment for the 6 months in one go as a upfront payment, so where we will
Yes,
distribute this revenue for the next 5 months as well. You will not be
yes, exactly.
recognizing on day one, right? So where you will
Exactly, you are
be
right. That will support, because in my BRAIN model also we have upfront payment also. So upfront payment also, we are not recognizing, that okay, we will be, if the contract is for 12 month, right? Then 12 month, we would be dividing by 12. Okay, these are the per month, revenue. So and that time if you are recognizing revenue for 2 month, right? Then you will
yeah.
be recognized for 2 month, right? That flavor is there. That is supported. Yeah.
Okay. And that other subscription like where you get the payments on every monthly basis, right? So let's say
Yes,
like
that's a
every month on
recurring.
month, recurring
Yeah,
payments.
that is
So
recurring payment.
in that case also we are creating a contract and we are projecting it
Yes,
as a like a actual versus planned kind of it.
yes, actually, yeah, actual versus planned. Yeah, that is also correct. You are correct.
Okay, so
Exactly.
because we
Whatever you have.
even whenever we create a contract for us even for IFRS 16, so we will be having a similar kind of a plan. So whenever we do actual accounting entries, then it will be considered as actual, and the remaining cash flow for the upcoming months we will show it as a planned cash flow. So where
Exactly.
they can
That
see.
yes, yes. Okay.
Okay,
So
okay. So then, so that's what actually see. Whenever, I thought that to learn this module is like somewhere it is. the contract management where I am working on it, right? So it is somehow it is related, and in a different manner it is. And here
Yes.
the contracts are getting in a different modules, but where we are creating independently it in IFRS 16. So I thought
Yeah.
where I can extend it. Yeah. So okay,
So
so I understood that.
yeah. Let me to be honest, I have more, more background of this to working in RAR is from BRIM to RAR. Okay, so to be honest, this IFR, thing, I never got a chance to work from that route. But BRIM to RAR, how the BRIM to RAR is used to work, that I'm more to explain in that way more easily, right? How the RAR works, But the concept
Okay.
is pretty similar because BRIM is nothing but is upgraded from ECC to RAR itself.
Okay. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's I was in a different impression actually. So I thought that
Okay.
it is only designed only for IFRS 15, but now what I understood, it is not only for IFRS 15. So there is a big thing, big things are happening yet. So yeah,
Yes. Okay.
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 Yeah, so I'm
So
good. Yeah, so is
okay,
the other
Arun. Okay.
participant
Thank you.
is if he has any questions, I think.
Yeah. Naveen. So we are good. Hello. Hello, Naveen. Hello.
And
Can
how
you hear
many
me,
days
Naveen?
it will take, Mesh?
That I think Naveen will confirm you. We will
Okay, okay.
confirm with Naveen. Okay.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So, okay. But yeah, one thing last, like is like now if we want to see this RAR in S4HANA box, then we have to activate the component, right? It won't come
Yeah.
in with
Yeah.
our
This is
other modules.
yeah. This is in as per boxes and RAR node is already given in where the RAR node is there. So we have that component in as per upgraded as per boxes already is there.
Upgrade means like uh, because in my system I can't see this revenue accounting.
Then I think
Basically, I'm
component need
working
to
on S4HANA
because
2021.
oh, okay. Then I component need to be activated, but in my system, I can see the RAR boxes there. My project system it is there. Okay, that way we
Okay.
can check it when we got that system. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the training
And
system, it will be there. Okay, you not worry. Okay, in the training
okay.
system, it's ready. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And Mahesh, one more thing,
Okay.
like during the training, you will be covering like from SD point of view and Pika and from this BRIM, how the data is processing, creating over there, and
So
from
to
there, how
be
it is transferring to RAR,
so
just
to
in terms of
so to
process wise, not in a technical
so
knowledge of other
process
modules.
wise, I would be covering from this BRIM area to that RAR area because to be honest, I have worked from the last 5 year. I'm when the RAR was coming, I only keep getting chances from BRIM to RAR module, not from SD or those module. To be honest, I don't want to give you the wrong expectations. So that how the from BRIM to subscription order management to RAR the data will flow. That is the I would be covering from BRIM to RAR process flow. But if you go to that process, then the other route also that won't be much problem because the concept is pretty similar. Is there?
Okay. And how about this
Okay.
BRF? BRF is also part of this training.
Yeah, BRF is not that's not a big so BRF nothing but to this is a more from technical nature. BRF plus you can maintain, you can control the behavior of your system. That okay, which for which let's say for which parameter you want to control the behavior or functionality. That is how the BRF plus come in the picture.
Okay. So as a
Okay.
functional, we will not be having a much things to do it in BRF.
Yes. We don't have much thing to do in BRF plus.
Okay.
Okay. So Naveen, we I think we are more over to the time. Okay, let me know if we are good for today.
Sure, Mahesh. We are good. Okay. Yeah. I'll just take the feedbacks and I'll update you. Okay. Thanks for the demo.
Okay, welcome.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
Naresh
Thank
and
you.
Shiva, do you have any more technical queries for trainer or
No, no, nothing. Yeah, I'm good.
we are good? Okay, fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
Shiva,
Thank
how
you,
about you?
everyone. See you.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine, Mahesh. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. Bye.